Sadashiva Samarambham Śaṅkarāchārya Madhyamam Asmadācārya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Tapobhihi Kshina Papanam Shantanam Vitaraginam Mumukshunam Apekshayoyam Atmabodho Vidhiyate. We finished with the 41st Sloka. So, right now, the experience as you are getting into Samadhi, what is the sort of experience that is happening in Samadhi is being described by Acharya here. Jnatri jnana jneya bhedaha pare na atmani vidyate chidanandaika rupatvad deepyate swayameva tat. In Atma Swarupa, Paratma, Paramatma, you don't have the differences of Jnana, Jnatri and Jneya. Triputi, you don't have that difference of three things. And it, because it is capable of shining on its own, just like how a light does. Right? So, Deepyate Swayameva Tat. Next is Evam Atma Aranau Dhyana Mathane Satatam Krite Udita Avagati Jwala Sarva Ajnana Indhanam Dahet. Evam Uktaritya Chira Nirantara Kritasya Nirvikalpaka Samadhehe Phalam. So if we are doing Nirvikalpaka Samadhi of this format, as we saw before, Aham Brahmasmi iti Jnana Dhara, there is that thought process that is like Dharavahika Jnanena. It is just constant there in the mind and nothing else is seen there. What is the Phalam? So what is the result of this? Is the question here. So for that he answers, Evam, in this manner, Atma Aranau Dhyana Mathane Satatam Krite Sati. When the dhyanam is constantly done, mathanam here refers to the churning. So there is an imagery of how you kindle the fire, right? The first time you, in the olden days, when you used to rub two sticks together and then fire would spark out from it, in that case, so you have a horizontal stick, arani. Arani is a stick, and then you have a perpendicular stick. So you place it inside, there is a small hole kind of depression kind of thing, where you place the perpendicular stick and you start churning like how you would do curds. So in the same manner for getting butter. So mathanam, that is called churning. So Atma Aranau Dhyana Mathane Sati. So mathanam is a constant thing that should keep on happening. If you leave it in the middle, then nothing is going to happen. So only as long as the churning keeps on happening, then at one point Jwala will come out of that stick and it will burn the stick itself. So the imagery is very beautiful here. The Atma is your Arani. Okay, so Atma Arani, Atma here is not our Atma as such, but he takes it as Antahkaranam eva Aranihi. So it is the Manas that is like one Arani. What is the other stick that goes perpendicularly for the Mathana Kashta? So that is Pranavam Uttararanihi. He takes it as Pranava, which is not mentioned in the Sloka, but it gives a Upanishad Vakyam as a Pramanam for this later to say that Pranava Mantram has to be constantly used as the churning rod there. So Uttararanim Kritva, or the other way around, you can take it as Antahkaranameva Mathana Kashtaha. The Antahkaranam is the churning rod and Pranavam is your Uttararani. So which means Pranava is our Brahman and it is the Shabda form, the word form of Brahman, right? So that is your constant stick which is horizontal, and the perpendicular one which is used as the churning rod is our Antahkaranam, which constantly keeps moving around the Omkara, right? Which is the base. So as it keeps Dhyana Mathane Santatam Krite Sati, Dhyana Mathanam, Nirvikalpaka Samadhi Rupa Mathanam. So what is the form of Samadhi that you have to go through? You have to train the Antahkarana to constantly keep circling around the Pranava Mantra, which is our perpendicular stick here. Sorry, horizontal stick, right? So the Antahkarana has to keep churning itself within Pranava So, which is Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. It has to go into the Samadhi or the state of meditation where none of the Vikalpas are there. There are no Brahma. There is no other thought there except for Pranava, except for Onkara. Tatha Satatam Krite Sati. When this becomes continuous, when this becomes a constant feature in our Antakarana, what happens? Udita Avagati Jwala. So, Atma Aranau Dhyana Mathane Satatam Krite Sati. When this happens, what comes out? Udita Avagati Jwala. The Avagatihi Eva Jwala Udita. Udita Samutpanna. That which has come out. What has come out here? Avagati Jwala. The Jnana Agni. Jnana Agni that comes out from this. So when two rods are churned, you have the spark of fire coming out. Here the fire imagery here is Jnanam is the fire. Knowledge is the fire. So avagatihi. What is avagati? Atma avagamanam. The knowledge of the self. Or pratyak abhinna brahma aparoksha vijnanam. Pratyak abhinna. Pratyak is jivatma. Abhinna, non-different. Brahma is parabrahman. So the aparoksha jnanam, the immediate knowledge that the Jivan is non-different from the Brahman, or the true nature of the Jiva is non-different from the true nature of the Ishvara. Okay, so there is a Brahmatmaikya Sakshatkaraha eva avagatihi. Sa eva jwala. This knowledge is the Agni. If there is an Agni, it needs a fuel to destroy something. Otherwise, it is not going to keep on burning. So, Sarva Ajnana Indhanam Dahet. That's the last portion of the shloka. It dahet, it ought to burn up the fuel in the form of Sarva Ajnana, all types of ignorance. So, Samasta Ajnana Tat Karyam Eva Indhanam Kashtam. The Kashtam here, so even though he said Arani is Antahkarana and the other Arani is Pranavam, that's fine. But we have to feed it with some fuel. So the fuel here is all kinds of Ajnana. Every ignorance is completely burnt out by the fire of knowledge here. So Dahet Basmi Karishyati. So Dahet is, even though it is Vidhiling, is giving the meaning of Lrit Lakara. If in such a case, when the Jnanam comes about, that Jnana Agni completely destroys every ignorance that is there in our mind, which is the fuel for it. Yeah. So the next portion is a little terse. I'll just go over it quickly. Yadva sarvam hi etat brahma iti shravanat. The moment we hear that everything is Brahman, Sarvam Brahma tad Vishayakam yat Ajnanam. Any kind of ignorance with respect to Brahman. What is the true nature of Brahman? We have so many vikalpas. We have so many different notions about Brahman. Every one of those is an Ajnana there. Because it refuses, it becomes a avarana to cover the true nature of Brahman. So that sort of an Ajnanam, which is Abhana Avarana Rupam. Abhana, which is not, the Brahman is not able to show itself. Tadrisha Avarana Rupam. It becomes, this Ajnanam, this ignorance becomes a cover in the form that it does not let Brahman shine through. It is not a flimsy cloth, but a nice thick curtain that puts on, if we put it on top of Brahman. Sakaryam Tadeva Indhanam Kashtam Dahet. So the moment we hear, see, one type of people say Shravanam, and then you go to Mananam, and then Nididhyasanam, then Sakshatkaraha, then Mokshaha. See, this is a process. For some people, it can immediately come from Shravana. The moment you hear Tattvamasi, the Shishya can have the knowledge of Aham Brahmasmi. So he is talking about that in this Athava. So Yadva Sarvam hi etat Brahma iti Shravanat. At the moment you hear that everything is Brahman, Sarvam Brahma tad Vishayakam yat the Brahma Swarupam that we have a knowledge of, what does it do? It destroys dahet, it destroys the indhanam, fuel, which is in the form of ajnanam, ignorance, which covers the true nature of Brahman along with its karyam. It not only covers the true nature of Brahman, it also says that Deham Brahman, Jagat Brahma. It gives us different kinds of karyam. Vikshepa Shakti, right? There is Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. Avaranam is covering the true nature. Sa karyam, the effect of that covering, it shows us Brahman in different ways. So that is Vikshepa. Okay. Now all of this is completely destroyed because of the knowledge that everything is Brahman. Okay. So Tejas Timira Tat Karyam Iva. Just like how Tejaha, Prakasha, light can destroy Timira, darkness, along with any other illusion that darkness can give us. Tat Karyam. Pradyak Abhinna Brahma Aparoksha Vijnanam Na Bhati Brahma iti Brahma Vishayaka Abhana Avarana Rupa Ajnana Tatkaryam Samastam Badhate. So, in other words, he is just repeating the same thing and saying that we don't understand that the true nature of Jiva and the true nature of Brahman is the same. Tate na bhati. It doesn't happen. Brahma iti Brahma Vishayaka Abhana Avarana Rupa Ajnana Tatkaryam. He is just repeating the same thing. He is saying, we don't understand that it is Brahman. At the same time, we also think that it is something other than Brahman. All of these types of ajnana is badhate, is completely removed by jnana. You clear? Atmanam aranim kritva pranavancha uttararanim dhyana nirmathanabhyasat pasham dahati panditaha. This, I think, is from Kaivalyopanishad. 1 minute, let me just check that. And Atmanam aranim kritva. You make your mind as the arani. Yeah, it is from Kaivalyopanishad. Verse 11. Let me just share that text. I look at this website called upanishads.org. It's nice. Atmanam aranim kritva pranavam cha uttararanim. So Atmanam aranim kritva. You make your Atma which is the Manas, as the arani, as one of the kashta. And pranavam cha uttararanim. This is where our Vyakhyata gets it from. Right? He takes pranava as the other arani. Jnana nirmathana abhyasat. Jnana nirmathana abhyasat. The constant knowledge that I am Brahman, aham brahmasmi, is the jnanam that has to continuously churn, and there is an abhyasa. You have to practice this kind of a churning of knowledge within your mind. Because of that, panditaha, a scholar or a buddhiman, one who has nitya vastu viveka, he destroys papa. Okay. This is the sloka that is quoted, Kaivalyopanishad, the verse 11. Atmanam aranim kritva pranavancha uttararanim dhyana nirmathana is given here, but the Upanishad has jnana nirmathana. I guess dhyana nirmathana also makes sense, because this shloka has dhyana mathane satatam krite sati. It uses the same words there. Of course, Gita has this jnanagni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. This is, I think, chapter 4, verse 7. Yatha yedhamsi samiddhaha agnihi bhasmasat kurute arjuna jnanagnihi sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute. 1 minute. I'll just share that. The full shloka is not given here. Only the second line is given. Right? So, yatha edhamsi. Is this You're able to see this? So, yatha edhamsi samiddhaha agnihi bhasmasat kurute Arjuna. Chapter 4, 37. Jnanagnihi sarvakarmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. Just as how agnihi, fire, samiddhaha, edhamsi samiddhaha, kashtani samiddhaha, deeptaha, agnihi bhasmasat kurute. It completely makes it, reduces it to ashes. In the same manner, Arjuna, Jnana Agnihi, the Agni in the form of Jnanam, Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute. It will automatically remove all the karma. It won't remove all the karma. Very beautifully, Ādi Śaṅkarāchārya gives this. Nahi Sakshādeva Jnanagnihi Karmani Indhanavat Bhasmi Karoti. If you look at the Upamanam, the example, the simile that he gives here is Agni completely destroys the Indhanam, the fuel. It totally removes it from existence, right? But Jnanam, knowledge cannot remove your karma completely. Sakshat, directly it cannot remove like how the fuel is burnt. Tasmat samyak darshanam sarva karmanam nirbijatve karanam ityabhiprayah. So the karma stops being a bijam for papa punyam. It stops giving us the apurva. Right? So it destroys the agami karma. The prarabdha karma stays as long as it has to give, because it has already started giving its fruit. So that will be there. Your accumulated karma is completely gone, and your sanchita karma is gone, agami karma is gone. Only prarabdha karma is left until the body is finished enjoying that. Okay. So, shariram arabdham. Yena karmana shariram arabdham. The karma by which this body has started. Tat pravrittha palatvat. Upabhogenaiva kshiyate. That body will get destroyed only by enjoying that body. It will not remove all of the karma immediately. So that will stay with us. It will only atita karma and agami karma will be destroyed. Am I clear? So that's the example he gives here. 1 minute. Okay. Sorry. Where is my book? Yes. So, Jnanagnihi sarvakarmani bhasmasat kurute Arjuna, kurute tatha, ityadi shrutyadi vachanat. Because of Shruti Vakyam, Gita is also considered as Smriti actually, but Shruti is the other one. This is Kaivalya Upanishad, right? Atmanam aranim kritva pranavancha uttararanim. Tada munihi, when this happens, munihi, swarajya samrajya sukham akantakam anubhavati. A muni experiences swarajyam. Swarajyam is swasya rajyam, his entire kingdom is his own, Atmana. So Atma, he rules his own life in the sense that he understands what is his true nature. So Swarajyam becomes the Samrajya. So the understanding of Brahma Swarupa becomes the Samrajyam, becomes the kingdom for him. And that Sukham, the Anandam that he derives from this moksha, he experiences it without any kantaka, without any thorn in it, no, without any obstruction. Okay. Evam Atmaranau Dhyana Mathane Satatam Krite Udita Avagati Jwala Sarva Ajnana Indhanam Dahet. Okay. Can we go on to one more? Okay. Avachinna iva ajnanat ityadi ityanena shlokena suryavat avarananashe sati swayameva atma prakashate iti subhyaktam. I think this is the 4th shloka, but the avachinna iva ajnanat tannashe sati kevalaha Swayam prakashate hi atma megha apaye amshuman iva. This was the 4th shloka in Atmabodha. Ajnanat avachinnaha tannashe sati kevalaha. This atma is covered by ajnanam. Only when Ajnana gets destroyed, Atma remains as one and only, Kevalaha. Just as how Megha Apaye, when the cloud is removed, Amshuman, the sun remains and it shines of its own accord. We don't need another light to tell us where the sun is. So in the same manner, taking that same shloka, it is in the same idea that this shloka is also given. Avachinna iva ajnanat ityanena shlokena suryavat, like Surya, avarana nashe sati swayameva atma prakashate. When the covering is gone, is destroyed, Atma just, it shines of its own accord. It was very clear in the fourth shloka itself, but we still had not gone through the process of Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, etc. and known what is the process of meditation, etc. So now it becomes even more clear. So, Shishya Dardhyartham, Shishyanam Jnana Dardhyaya. In order to reinforce that knowledge that the Atman can shine on its own, punaha atrapi nirupta samadhi samudita vijnanena ajnana vinashte. So again he is reiterating the same thing, but giving it the now that we have the background of how what is the process to go to samadhi, right? Yama, niyama, pranayama, pratyahara, asana, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, asana, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. We went through that process, and now with this knowledge that has come from samadhi, ajnane vinashte sati. When ajnana is destroyed, atma swayameva prakashate. The same he gives with the drishtanta here. It's a very simple shloka. Arunena iva bodhena purvam santamase hrite tataha avirbhavet atma swayameva amshuman iva. Arunaha is anuruhu. He is also called someone without thighs. He doesn't have legs. The mother got very, jittery. She wanted a strong son, right? So she poked the egg very quickly and he was half created, that's all. He was not fully created. So that is why Aruna is without legs. So he is also called Anuruhu or Arunaha. Aruna is dawn, not Ushas, the one that comes. He is the charioteer of Surya. So Arunena, by Aruna, who comes first during dawn, Santamase Hrite Sati. When the darkness is completely removed, Santamase Sarvatra Vyaptam Tamaha Hritam. The darkness everywhere that is present, Samyak Tamaha, or you can take it as Sarvatra Vyaptam Tamaha. The tamas, darkness that is present everywhere, when it is Hritam, it is removed. See, when dawn breaks, slowly the darkness is gone. But making it easier for the sun to shine very well. So, Aruna is Jnanam. Take it as the Akhandakara Jnanam. Arunena Bodhena Iva. Like Aruna, with the Jnanam here, Brahmatmaikya Vishayena Vijnanena, by the knowledge that Brahman and Atma are the same. There is a oneness between the true nature of Jiva and true nature of Ishvara. These two are the same. This kind of a Jnanam is like Aruna. When Arunodaya happens first, before the sun rises, which is this Jnanam is capable of removing all of our Ajnanam. Purvam Prathamam, initially, Santamase Hrite Sati. Tamas here is Sarvatra Vyapta Andhakare, Ajnane Nashte Sati. When the Ajnanam, ignorance, when the darkness in the form of ignorance or ignorance in the form of darkness is completely removed by knowledge, which is Aruna, Tataha, then what happens is Amshuman Ravi Suryaha Ravihi Amshuman Iva Atma, the Atma Swarupa, like Surya, Avirbhavet, Swayameva Avirbhavet. This Atma, which is Paripurna Satchidananda Rupam Param Brahma, it automatically shows itself without any extra effort. like how you have a torch, you put it inside a box, the box lid covers the torch which is on. It is lighted inside. All you have to do is open the box. The torch automatically shines without any extra effort there. We don't need to make any extra effort there. So that's what he is saying. Swayameva prayatna rahityena hridaya akashe eva prakashate. Hridaya kuhare. We say daharakasha, right? In the daharakasha, it automatically shows itself. Jnanena tu tadajnanam yesham nashitam atmanaha tesham adityavat jnanam prakashayati tatparam. Jnanena tu tadajnanam. This is from Gita, 5th chapter, 16. Okay? Chapter 5 and Sloka 16. 1 minute. Makes more sense to go over the Vyakhyanam sometimes. That's why. Jnanena tu tad ajnanam. It's a simple shloka. Jnanena tu tad ajnanam yesham nashita atmanaha. Yesham for those people, nashita atmanaha. So those whose atma or nashitam atmanaha means their manas is completely gone. Ajnanena avritaha jantavaha mukhyanti. So those who are completely deluded by ajnanam, ignorance, they cannot experience this. So for those people, yesham, jnanena, with the knowledge of Brahmatmaikyam, ajnanam nashitam. Completely the ignorance with reference to Atma, with reference to the nature of the Atman is completely destroyed. Tesham, for those people, adityavat jnanam prakashate. Tatparam, after that, or the paramartha tattvam, completely shines like the sun, when which shows everything else. So in the same way, this is the Chaitanya Swarupa, which shows itself like the sun itself. Okay, so tesham adityavat jnanam prakashayati tatparam. Jyotisham api tajyotihi tamasah param uchyate jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam iti ityadi bhagavad vachanat iti bhavaha. I think this is also from Gita, right? Jyotisham api tajyotihi. This is from 13:18. Jyotisham api tajyotihi. Jyotisham api jyotihi. It is the jyotis, it is the prakasha of even all of the prakasha. So you remember the conversation where when Surya is not there, what is the jyotihi? Kim tad jyotihi? Then it is the moon that is the jyoti. When it is Amavasya, then what is the jyoti? Nakshatram eva jyoti. If nakshatram is also not there, it is a cloudy day, nothing is seen, then what is the jyoti? Agni is the jyoti. Agni is not there. So slowly it goes into that question answer mode and goes into saying that Atma is the jyotis of everything. It only when the Chaitanyam is present, it is capable of revealing to us everything that is there in the world. So Jyotisham api tajyotihi tamasaha param uchyate. So it is the it is beyond tamas, it is beyond ajnanam, it is not touched by ajnana. Jnanam, jneyam, jnana gamyam. Jnanam, knowledge, jneyam, that which has to be understood. Jnana gamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam. So it is knowledge, knowable and the known. All of this exists in the hearts of people. Vishtitam hridi sarvasya. So this Triputi Karanam is present only in the minds of everybody. Whereas the moment this ajnana is gone, Atma Swarupa is there. Okay. So in this manner, Jignasunam sadhana sampadanaha eva atiprayatna sampadane eva atiprayatnaha kartavyaha. So he must make a great effort to try to obtain that sadhana. So sadhana will automatically lead to the sadhya, which is Brahma Swarupa. We don't need to make an extra effort there to try to find the Brahmaswarupam. As we do the sadhana, the Brahmaswarupa will be revealed by itself. Okay? Aprayatna sadhyatvat. Sadhane sati, that's what he says. Sadhane sati. When we have that sadhana, sadhyam, that which has to be achieved, will automatically be achieved. Okay? Arunena iva bodhena purvam san tamase hrite tata avirbhavedatma swayameva amshuman iva. Okay.